What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Straight from the Crates. Today, we are not reviewing any music. We're back to having real conversations. And if I'm going to have real conversations, I just can't speak from my side or my perspective. So, this is part two of men and women, black men and women, not seeing eye to eye and asking questions about how to unpack this and see where each other's coming from. So let's just get into it. And I have to be willing to listen to the other side as well, because after everything I said about how black women feel, there is another question right there. Like, what if black men feel misunderstood too? Not all, not always, but enough that it's shaping how people move. I'm not speaking for black men, but I am trying to be honest and engage with what I've heard, seen, and observed because, if we're being real, there are a lot of black men who feel like, no matter what they do, it's not enough. They're not successful enough. They're not emotionally available. They're not present enough. And over time, that can just turn into a bunch of frustration. Like, think about the expectations that are placed on black men. Like, we want them to be strong. We want them to be providers. We want them to be emotionally aware, be successful, be present, be everything all at once, while also, navigating racism, financial pressure, limited support systems. And that is a lot. And some men will say they're being asked to show up in ways where how they were never even taught how to do. So, what happens when someone feels like they're constantly falling short? Some people they step up and some people step back. And that stepping back can look like excuse me, you know, emotional distance, avoiding commitment, choosing spaces where they feel less pressure. Not always. I'd say it's not that they don't care always, but they just don't feel equipped. And another thing that I've heard is that some black men feel like they're more criticized than supported. Like, when they succeed, it's expected. So nobody's giving you a compliment. Or when they struggle, it's highlighted. So that's all we're going to talk about. Just criticize everything that you did wrong. So they turn to spaces where they feel affirmed. And sometimes that's with other men, or sometimes that's outside of the community. And that's where things start to get complicated because now you have two experiences happening at the same time. Black women saying, we feel unsupported, overlooked, left behind, and some black men saying, we feel criticized, misunderstood, and pressured. Both can be true. And when both sides feel like they're giving more than they're receiving, that just creates distance. So now the real question becomes, are we actually hearing each other or are we just reacting to each other? Because if one side is saying we're hurting and the other side's also saying we're hurting, but nobody feels heard, then the gap just keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And I didn't make this episode to pick a side. I made it because if we're going to talk about community, we have to be honest about all the experiences in it, not just the ones that feel good to say. Because maybe the issue isn't who's right or wrong. Maybe it's that both sides are carrying things and we don't know how to meet in the middle anymore. So that's it from Straight from the Crates. And this is something, that we have to figure out. And I have a couple questions for us to talk about in the comments. So, for the black men, did I get this right or wrong? Let me know. Be honest. Black women, does this change how we see things or how you see things? And the last question is, can both sides be right at the same time? So, let's talk about it. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is another one from Straight from the Crate. See you later. Peace.